used on Chronicle Destiny. Being that they're both based on the same fantasy world, that there's uh, basically all these races, basically. But without getting too much on the lore of the world, basically, okay, I'm still not finished, but here's a small like introduction. First off, they're kind of divided into groups. As you can see, there's like 20. There's 21 races, and the they're divided on like their manner of creation and within the lore. And there's this group of 6, and there's this 2 groups of 12. Oh, I mean, there's one group of 12. I kind of divided into 2 just for me, kind of organizational purposes. And then there's this group of 3. And like the order is actually more like also myself organizational purposes, but being the first ones to be created were this 3, then this 6, well then this 4, yeah, then this 4, then this 2, and then all of these ones. But okay, let's start with this one. The first one in this order are the frills. The frills, okay, well, let me first start with the Nawa. The Nawa are basically the humans of this fantasy world. And, you know, each fantasy world meets a human race, and so for here are the Nawas. And basically, so I'm just talking about them first because they have the standard male female base mesh, in which all other ones are modified too. So the first one are the frills, which basically is the same. The only modification is just the coloring. It's a recolored basically. They have blue eyes and lighter blue skin. That's the main thing, and blue hair. Next, oh well, one thing is that a defining trait about them is that they cannot feel heat until it reaches extremes. So, like, they're comfortable in like icy plains as they are in desert areas, and they wouldn't feel any difference in temperature. That's like the main thing. Then we have this one's the Dugans, the Duga. Yeah, there you can see the ears are different. Oh yeah, one thing is that kind of the number of fingers they have. See, they have 5 fingers. It's hard to control a little bit. I mean, there's a slight lag because of the recording. Let's see, these ones have 5 fingers. I bring it up because these ones have 4 fingers, and that's kind of like a four fingers. Okay, but anyway, yeah, they have their ears are different, and another thing is the nose. I call it feral nose. I don't know if that's actually any other kind of terminology. They just have like animal noses, wet noses, like dogs and cats and theirs. In contrast to this one, they have more human nose. So feral nose, normal nose. And another nice trait of them is that the different markings. Right now they're missing the ear markings. I forgot to save it. I had done it before, but forgot to save it. And all these other kind of markings around their um, body. Those markings appear throughout their lives as they age, up until the age of 20, when they have all of their what's it called? All of their markings. And two of those markings are of particular interest, being that they're hereditary. They're passed on from mother and father to their children, and it depends what their mother or their father had, that's what their children will have. Like, first we have their ear markings, which, yeah, they have some here, but the ear markings are the first ones, the first markings that appear throughout their lives, and those come from their mother. And then their last markings are their face markings. Yeah, well, they do have like each eyelid gets marked at different points of their life. The first, their lower eyelid gets marked, gets darker in an earlier age, and then on a later age, their upper eyelid gets darker. But then the last, marking, called their face marking, which is different than those two other markings. Will be, for this one will be this triangle on her forehead, and for him it will be this 3 dots on the side of the eyes. And yeah, those are also hereditary. And there's a total of 10 different markings for both ears and face. And yeah, okay, next point, the discom. Again, they have feral nose, they have green eyes, bushy eyebrows, and this one do have like a significant, wait, I'll start recording, wait.